'Twas a few nights before Christmas, and the thought came through your mind, oh my goodness, I need to make my Christmas cards. Will they get done in time? Don't worry, my friend, I am here to give you one more Christmas tutorial before the end of this year. The product that is featured in today's video is from Waffle Flower, their Oversized Joy Sentiment Stamp and Coordinating Die Set. So let's get started. So I just so happened to be on Michael's website and I came across this pack of cards that was on clearance for $2.50. Yes, you heard me right, a whopping $2.50. So I came up with an idea on how to mass produce these cards and add my little pizzazz to them. So I brought in Distress Inks, Mermaid, Lagoon, and Tumbled Glass, and I'm going to use my foam tool to blend the colors together. Now, here is some information that I want to share with you regarding these cards. First of all, you cannot beat the price. $2.50 for a pack of 24 cards that are already foiled, have the foiled design of snowflakes. You cannot go wrong with that. The cards are already scored, folded. All you have to do is add whatever you want to add to it, whether it's adding some ink, oxides, a sentiment, an image, whatever you want to do, go for it. The only thing is that I suggest not adding a lot of elements to this card. The reason being is this particular card pack, the paper is very thin. Now, it does not state the weight on the packaging, but I assume it's got to be around 65 pounds. It's very thin. So, again, if you're going to create a card like this, I do not suggest adding a lot of elements on the front. Now, what you can do is you can possibly cut the card in half and maybe use this top part right here as a panel, and then add your extra elements to it and then attach it to a heavier card base. So, I always encourage you to experiment, test things out to see which way you want to go. So back to the blending. Once I'm done blending, I am going to move on to the next step. And with this card, I wanted it to be an easy design, something quick, easy, no hassle, no fuss. None of that. Creating should not be stressful, especially around the holidays. So that was the goal for me creating this card. Next, I brought in the Joy Sentiment that I die cut out of red metallic cardstock and white cardstock. And I'm going to adhere them to the front of the card using adhesive glue. Now, normally when I stack my dies, I normally stack 3 or 4. But again, as I mentioned earlier, due to the weight of this card and it being so thin, I was thinking, okay, do not add a lot of paper to the front of this card. So that's why I'm only stacking 2. Another idea that I mentioned before is instead of using a sentiment on the front, maybe add an image like a snowman or a reindeer. Whatever ideas you have, I always encourage you to experiment. Just go for it. Experiment with it. To finish up this card, I'm going to bring it over to my MISTI, and I'm going to finish up the sentiment by choosing May Your Christmas Be Filled With. I'm going to position the stamp, and then I'm going to ink it up really good. And then I have to stamp it twice just to make sure I have a good impression. And there you have it. A super easy card that can be created last minute or mass produced. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today. This is the final card of the holiday card series. Before I let you go, I want to take this opportunity to tell each and every last one of you, Merry Christmas. My prayer is that you and your family have a wonderful holiday season and upcoming new year. I know this year and last year has been hard for so many of you, and my heart goes out to you, and my prayer is that it gets better. I also want to thank you for being a part of my creative journey. This year has been amazing. I have met some amazing people, and for that, I am so humbled and grateful. I am looking forward to 2022 and seeing what this new year brings in my life. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I appreciate you as always. If you like this video, I would love it if you click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. And always remember that self-care is the best care. So until next time, please take care.